Hi guys, my name is Eric Hokinson. I am the founder and owner of Erodz Customs. This is a custom hot rod shop, and I want to introduce you to my crew. This is Bobby Willard right here. He's does a little bit of everything around here. We do all kinds of stuff, and this is a hobby. We're trying to find Austin. We're not sure where he's at, but he's always late.
Hey guys, I'm Austin.
There he is. This is Austin. So this is Erodz Customs. This is a hobby shop. We just like to have a lot of fun around here and build some really cool stuff. And what we're going to do, we're going to take you through our 63 Bel Air that we have here that we're doing. We've already posted a video, kind of an intro of what this is all about. It's going to be a different build than anybody's ever seen before, anything that we've ever done before. It's going to be pretty exciting. We're going to take you through kind of what we've done to the car a little bit, and we're going to post up updates. Every 2 weeks we're going to start off with. We're going to try to get a little bit more than that when we really start to roll here. And we're going to start to post these every week. Let us know what you think. Go ahead and post us on Facebook or on YouTube. And let us know what you think of what we've done so far. And if you have any ideas that you'd like to add to the car that we're going to build, feel free to let those known to us, and we'll post them up, and maybe we could possibly use your ideas on building this car. So let's take you through this a little bit and show you what this is all about. We have started the motor, we've mocked it up, we've drove the car for about 12,000 miles. This is a 5.3 liter LS based motor that was a stock Suburban motor. We've taken it out. We've updated the transmission is what we're working on right now. It had a supercharger on it. We've recently taken that off. Now we are updating it and putting from right here, we got a couple precision turbos from MA Performance, supplied our turbos and wastegates and blow-off valve, and we are fabricating everything for the whole turbo system from scratch right now. And do we do this every day? No, we're learning as we go, and our hope and dream is to build some of the coolest hot rods in the world out of a small garage and just a couple of us and some friends doing the work. And Austin does a lot of our designing, graphics, and stuff like that we're working on. And everybody is full of ideas here, and we really like to see that around here to make changes that hopefully nobody else has done or seen before. But the whole goal behind this car is to make it perfectly drivable, functional, turnkey, get it in, drive it across the country, and have some fun with it, and still get decent mileage to boot, and have something that handles very well, corners well, works kind of well on all characteristics. What we're trying to do is bring the modern era of technology into an old bodied muscle car that will still resemble what it is. In this particular instance, this is a 63 Bel Air, and a lot of people have looked at this before, then going, why on earth would you do a four-door? Because, I started that off earlier, we really like to do things different. We don't want to do the same thing that everybody else is doing, and we think that it is very possible to make a really, really cool four-door car and still handle up to supercar standards. We're talking somewhere 650, 700 horsepower, 20 miles to the gallon, and you get in and drive it across the country and enjoy this thing and still have it serviced at anywhere across the country. So that's what we're primarily thinking that is a very important thing. We want it to resemble, we don't want to go crazy with the body modifications enough where you won't recognize what the car actually is, because the cars have such awesome body lines and such great character to them. Something you just don't see in a car today. And what we want to do is just invite you to come along. We don't have anything to sell. We're not a shop looking for a bunch of work. We're just here to have you look at what we got and help see if we can help other people build things, and you can follow our trials and tribulations and failures along the way. And we are not afraid to fail. Sometimes we do it twice in the morning before we brush our teeth. So that's something we're not afraid to do. If thinking that's stupid, why would they do it like that? Well, sometimes that's the way we learn. So we're just going to keep making changes to this car. And as we go, I hope you'll find this a lot more interesting. And what we're doing right now with the turbo system, we're also upgrading the suspension system on it. It has an air ride on it right now. We're changing the A-arms on it, some suspension geometry. Also going to change the brakes up, the spindles, the hubs, and all that also. As we're doing it, we're currently talking with a couple air ride companies that we're looking for a different ride controller that we want to control this and have a level ride height and maybe multiple positions that we can have this in. Currently, we just mocked it all up and put it in a just rocker switch form so we can just go up, down with it. Now we're looking for something that has a little bit more control, a little more reliable to it, and ease of work. And this is what we're working on now. So pretty soon we're going to get the turbos all done. We're mocking up the core support. We're fabricating the core support from scratch to get all this stuff to fit. Still going to run air conditioning. Still going to have power steering and power brakes. So we're mocking everything up, and our focus is going to be the whole drivetrain of the car to get this thing back on the road for sure, for back to the 50s. If anybody has ever been to that show, it's a fantastic show. St. Paul, Minnesota at the fairgrounds. This is the 63 is the last, 64 is the cutoff year. That's the newest car that you can have is a 64, so it's a really fun show. There's over 12,000 registered cars at the show. So we'll be there. And if you caught a little bit of this, a little glimpse of what the heck is all over the paint of this car. The car is all covered in Sharpie marker right now. And what we've had people do is write their names, tips, suggestions on what we have would do to the car. And if this was your car and you had $1 million, money is no object, what would you do to the car to make it the coolest car in the world? And have the people write it on the car and show their ideas, and then we'll post this up, and then you can see if we actually use your ideas on the car, the build of the car. Everything's going to change later on, so don't anything that you see on the car, don't think, hey, this is set in stone. Nothing is on this car. We're just changing it as we go. We're driving it. We're testing it. We're having a great time with it, and we want your input on what we should do to the car. If this was your car, what would you do to it to make it the coolest car in the world? And don't be afraid to anything. We have a plasma cutter and a torch, and we're not afraid to use it at all. So if you can think of something that you would think could be a great addition to the build, go ahead and post it up, and we'd really like to see it. Show this marker, see what you got. I hope you like what you've seen so far. We got a lot more in store for you. And don't forget to
check us out on Facebook. And don't forget to look at the Erodz Customs website, erodzcustoms.com. And don't forget that Erodz is spelled with a Z or an S.
Yes. Ta-da!